Hey, welcome back to another SUPboarder review, and this week we're looking at the RRD Morpho 9-foot. About RRD, they're an Italian-based surf brand that have been making SUP equipment for quite a few years now, and they strive themselves in making good quality equipment that's stylish and functional. The specifications for the Morpho, this is the wood version we've been testing. This is 9 foot long, it's 30 inches wide, it's 4 inches thick, it comes at 148 litres in volume, it weighs 11.1 kilograms, and it retails at £1,342. They also make two bigger sizes. They make a 9.4 and a 9.6 for those slightly heavier riders. The general overview of the Morpho, it's a stubby nose, stubby tail, generally quite a parallel outline board that will suit a mid-weight rider of the 60 to 80 kg looking for an all-round board. The materials on the board, it's an EPS foam core with a glass wood sandwich layer laminate, and the wood you can see slightly through the white of the deck there, finished off with an EVA diamond grit deck pad. The fin setup the board comes with is known as a 2+1, so it's a US box centre fin that's bigger with two Futura side fins that are smaller. Okay, that's the catalogue bump out the way. Let's get on with the SUPboarder impressions on what this board is really like. A very stylish looking board straight out the box. Of all the RRD boards we've ever seen, they're always finished in A1 top condition, perfectly finished. This one is definitely no different. Very standout graphics on the deck pad, really nice colourway throughout the board, a very stylish, crisp looking board we think generally. A really nice, comfortable, large EVA deck pad, very grippy with a diamond deck pad indeed, and also it's very nice, it's quite flat, so it's very stable underfoot. Moving into the middle of the board, nice deep recessed carry handle, really easy to carry. Moving towards the back, double leashing point at the back there, which is also great for these wider tailed boards, so you can have the leashing point on the side, so if you're in the surf, the board doesn't pull from the centre, it pulls from the side, a bit less drag in your leg. Moving up to the front, got a GoPro mount that you can put on there. You can analyse your stance and take your selfies and put them on Facebook and all that sort of stuff. Now, looking at the shape of the board of what you see on the internet, if you don't see it in the flesh, this just looks like a progressive short surf SUP. This could be a 6.8, this could be a 7.2, but it's not. It's a 9-foot board. By chopping the nose and the tail off the board and keeping the width, they can keep a very stable board that's relatively small but stable for its size. The rocker line, which is the curve of the board, and the rail shape is what you'd expect a board like this sort of size. It works really well in flat water, really well in little waves. Rail shape's nice and thin, not too corky, so all in proportion really well at a board of this size. But the real magic is what's going on underneath the board that actually you don't really hear about too much. RRD don't really shout about it on their website too much, and that's where the magic we've found really happens. So starting off at the nose of the board, most boards of this size will just have a slight concave or a V at the nose, moving back into single V with maybe a double concave, so that would hold and force the water through the back of the board. This board is completely different. It starts off at the nose, maybe with a slight V and a double concave. You think, okay, that's normal. But as soon as you get back to here, you start to notice there is a quad concave in here. A quad concave. So from the centre here, it drops down into one little bump and then drops down another little bump, and that's on both sides. So they're obviously really trying to exaggerate the fact of giving the board lift and speed and drive. So the water's going to come in at the front of the board, push its way back towards the fin, and the board is going to constantly want to keep moving on the water surface. We did notice this difference when we're surfing it. It does pick up waves very easily, but when you're on a wave, it feels like it generates a lot more speed. On flat water, you can definitely notice it because of the glide rate. It feels like it glides a lot easier than a 9-foot board would do normally, which is why we really think it does come into that really good category of one board does it all. If you're that mid-weight rider of, let's say, 60 to 80 kg, this sort of board, even you could look at the bigger boards if you're heavier riders, this sort of board would do one board does it all really well. And that is due quad concave put in the bottom here. So I think RRD are onto a good one with that, a really nice move. The fin setup as well, really nice finished fins. So we said it's 2+1. Nice glass fin, centre fin here, and nice Futura side fins as well. Proportion really good size for the board. Really going to help you paddle in on the surf, get in on the waves early and track nice and easily. So really nice fin setup and a nice bottom shape that you don't really hear about too much on the internet. Any negatives or downsides? Well, the handle is a tiny bit too far back, so when you're walking down the beach, you'll notice that the tail of the board hits down on the sand, which is a slight bit of a niggle. You just have to shove your hands up into the corner at the front there. And the other thing, because it's 11.1 kilograms, it is acceptable in that weight, and there are other boards in the market of that weight, but it'd be great to have it half a kilogram lighter again. Definitely if you're in that sort of a 65 kg rider, you'd probably find a slightly lighter board would just be a bit easier to carry around, but it is acceptable. It's just if you want to carry it long distances. The value for money question at £1,342, it is competitively priced as other boards on the market in that sort of wood sandwich construction. But to be honest, the cheaper version, they do a classic version which is £1,035, is, to be honest, the one I would go for, because on the internet, on the RRD website, they actually say that's lighter than this board. So for me, I would be straightly going to the classic version, which is easily value for money at basically £1,000. The overall SUPboarder verdict: if you are looking for a one board that does it all and you weigh 60-75 kg, this board is a really good board to look at. RRD have done some real magic underneath with the quad concaves. Really think it works, makes the board glide in flat water easily, and on a wave it's a lot of fun, paddles up, picks waves, and really helps your manoeuvres. A great one board that does it all for the intermediate rider. If you have any questions or comments about this board or other boards we've tested, please leave them in the comments section below. And for more great reviews and independent advice, visit SUPboardermag.com.